metres. Marylebone, and on the outside, KEAYANG Secret still coming. The leader is Atara. KEAYANG Secret and Marylebone are wearing it down. Marylebone in the middle is coming through hard. Marylebone hit the lead from Atara. Marylebone.
Well, if we're really looking forward to the 2-year-old boys division of the Vicbred Super Series, we probably should be looking forward to the girls division even more. We've mentioned the Storm Inside Out of the boys. Well, they're all there for the girls, and I think it's a deeper and more even division. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which way you look at it, 2 of the 4 heats seem to have compressed the really big stars heading in to what will be a great semi-final and final series of the Vicbred Super Series over the next few weeks. And the first of them, fortunately for those who like to get to the track early, is the first race in the program at Saturday night, where we'll see 2 very, very well drawn fillies, Perfect Sense and also KEAYANG Secret, drawn 1 and 8. Leader behind leader you'd think normally, but Perfect Sense hasn't shown a terrific amount of gate speed in its short career, but as we know, we don't know a great deal about what these horses can do, their weaponry at this stage of their career, and I think that you'll find that Perfect Sense will do enough to hold the front. KEAYANG Secret will follow through, and they're going to fight out a great war here. We're going to see their turn of foot, because I don't think there's going to be too many challenges for Perfect Sense at the head of affairs. What do we know Perfect Sense best for? Well, of course, the Australian Pacing Gold Series. Won a heat here at Tabcorp Park Melton before going up to Sydney and competing very, very well, ultimately finishing second in the final behind Park Life after not getting a great deal of luck in transit. Was a little bit disappointing first up from a slight let up at Shepparton, but I think with a gun draw here, it's the one to beat. I've also got a huge opinion of KEAYANG Secret. I actually backed this filly in the homegrown classic final where she was 3 wide for the best part of a lap and only went down narrowly to Marylebone and of course Tara, both in Team Aiken. I think she was easily the best run in that race. She came out and won her subsequent start, and then things just didn't turn out quite to plan last start. So we're looking at 2 gun fillies coming off uncharacteristic losses. I think they'll be fighting at the first of the 4 heats for the freshman fillies on Saturday night at Bendigo as the Vicbred Super Series kicks off. Then we have to wait till heat 3, so sticking with the odd numbers here. And this is another great battle between Spectacular and Our Celebrity, and it's a rematch. It's a Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz type rematch we've got here. They both met one another. In fact, it was Our Celebrity's first start, I think, and Spectacular's second, when Our Celebrity was able to find the front. Spectacular had to do a little bit of work in transit on that occasion, and in the end, Our Celebrity was far too good by probably about 8 metres, but I don't think there's that much between them, particularly now Spectacular has gone on with a job. Won a couple of races up in Sydney, was 3rd in that Australian Pacing Gold final behind Park Life and Perfect Sense, who we mentioned earlier. Our Celebrity's yet to lose a race. Its last couple have been easy kills against inferior opposition at Globe Derby. Prior to that, it only just fell in against rivals that you'd think it was better than at Tabcorp Park Melton. Regardless of that, it's still 4 from 4 and unbeaten. The draws have fallen in Spectacular's favour here. She's drawn wide on the front line, gate 7, and I think she will use that gate to progress forward and try and find the front. Pinch a march on Our Celebrity. I think Team Stewart are pretty confident that Our Celebrity is just a better filly than Spectacular, but we're going to find out a hell of a lot more about them on Saturday night at Bendigo. In terms of the other 2 qualifiers, I've got Mammal's Magic on top in the second heat for the 2-year-old fillies in a race that also includes horses like Wongalee Jats, who could be a bit of a surprise packer through this series for Team Aiken, Soho Angel, and Emoji, who was a surprise winner at Bendigo for Trevor Monk first up from a break. And when we're looking at the 3rd of the qualifiers for the 2-year-old fillies, this is a race where I think that Tara will be very, very hard to beat. She's just not 100% one of mine. She was beaten when David Aiken probably thought she should have won that homegrown classic series, but she's obviously got a lot of ability. Seaside Beauty's one that could just explode out of the pack. Won very impressively at trial level, and you've got to remember this is a daughter of the great Beauty Secret who goes around here, so I'm expecting a big performance from her. Also an improved effort, I think, from Waltzing with Sierra, who was disappointing first up from a break. But in terms of that 2-year-old fillies division, I'm thinking Perfect Sense and KEAYANG Secret from the first qualifier, Spectacular and Our Celebrity the ones to follow. But as mentioned, there's a lot of horses we don't know a lot about, and it's going to be very exciting on Saturday night to see some of those debutantes and some of those ones who've gone for a little break return to the track as we begin what should be a wonderful Vicbred Super Series.